Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today's video is part 2 of 3 in our Artist Spotlight series for May. If you haven't already seen part 1, please feel free to go and watch it first, so you'll be able to see how this base layer was created on this massive 80cm round artboard. For this second part, Nina from Shattered Shapes will be mixing up resin and applying her first layer. For this second part, Nina will be mixing up resin and applying her first layer. Now normally Nina would only work in single resin layers, which is explained in our May Artist Spotlight blog. If you'd like to learn more about Nina and her art journey, then this article is linked in the description box below for you to read. But for this particular piece, and given its sheer size, Nina did decide a second layer would be necessary, which is shared in part 3. But more on this video. Nina started out with about 600 mils of uresin liquid glass. This is our best-selling artwork resin, which also happens to be Nina's absolute favorite system to work with. Nina has used all of our resins over the years, and without fail, this is the one she always comes back to for most of her art projects. Nina shared with us that she loves the consistency, the ease of creating cells, and the long working time, which is definitely vital for such a large artwork like this one. As we mentioned in our previous video, we tried our best to leave this series in real time and not speed them up so you can see the real full process. However, if we didn't cut everything, you'd be watching hour-long videos. So to make sure you aren't bored, we've cut out long pauses and gaps when no work was happening and sped up the heating processes. So once Nina had mixed up her resin, she then separated it into cups and mixed in her colors. The pigments she used for this piece are listed down below. Once her colors were mixed together, Nina began pouring her colors. Starting at the top of the board, she used more of her darker blues and continued down with the lighter colors. Near the BuildFX layer that was seen in the previous video, Nina applied a white shimmer color and then used a spatula to start blending the colors together and filling any gaps that were missed. Nina said she loves to add a shimmery white to her beachscapes as it adds a bit more dimension and something a little different to the usual beachscapes that most artists create. After blending the colors, Nina touches up the edges of the board just to make sure something was coating the sides and to help the resin run down better once heat is added. Now that most of the gaps are filled, Nina went back in with her colors and added more to the spots that she wanted to blend a bit more. Then it was time to add some heat. Nina primarily uses a heat gun and works in sections around the board. She kept the speed to a minimum as she didn't want too much movement. It was more about making sure the colors blended seamlessly. Now that she was happy with the water effects, it was time to add white resin to create waves. Nina loves working with our pure white paste as she finds it helps create the strongest white finish and easily creates cells. Once the white was down, Nina used the heat gun and quickly went over the entire white area. This was to help thin the resin and create better separation. She then went back over the white resin slower this time and working in sections, pushed the white resin to create the cell effect. A light touch-up of the blue to get more of a blend, then some re-leveling of the board. Nina then finishes the first layer with a quick once-over of a butane torch to remove any remaining surface bubbles before it's time to let the resin cure. At the end of this video, we've added a few pictures of the finished piece before the second layer of resin went down the following day. In part 3 of this series, we'll be sharing the final resin layer and the complete artwork, which turned out stunning. That's enough talking from us now. We're going to let you enjoy the rest of this video and look forward to sharing the final part with you soon. As always, we'll list all of the products used in the description box below, which are all available on our website at www.uresin.com.au. We have Zip and Afterpay available with affordable shipping Australia-wide. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave us a comment below. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more weekly videos. We'll see you in part 3.